Hi there. So this morning I wanted to get on to some practical techniques and ideas about being more present during the Christmas period. And I'm telling you now, this is not going to be a list of things that you should take away and do for yourself. It's going to be a description of how things have worked for me. And through that, I hope maybe you'll have some new ideas about what might bring you greater peace and greater presence during the festive season. So, as we started with the first 3 videos in the series, we looked at different aspects of psychological functioning, like our innate happiness, our ability to construct reality through thought, and our awareness of different aspects of reality at different times. And what I hope that is pointing towards is that every experience every person has is completely unique. It's unique to them. It's unique to their own sense of reality, which will be quite unlike anybody else's. But what ties it all together is that we all have this human functioning which is the same. So what that means for techniques is that some things might be calming for a large number of people, but they might not be the best thing for a particular circumstance, a particular person. And there's nobody except you who is going to know what's going to work for you. You're in much the best position to decide what you need at any given moment. So I'm going to just talk a little bit about what's worked for me in the past. Now, when I sense that my mind's very cluttered, I tend to get this very kind of constricted feeling in my throat, or a foggy feeling in my thinking that I've got, I can see that my brain's whirring, but it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Everything seems to be a huge effort. I start to feel extremely tired. And when I start to pick up on those symptoms, I can see that my consciousness is really full, that I'm probably thinking too much, and that I need to kind of slow down and let that innate happiness kick in. So sometimes the best thing for me is to get outside. I find taking the kids to the playground, putting a little one on my back and going for a walk, or going for a walk alone, going for a walk with my parents or my husband, going and hanging out in the back garden, whatever it is, just getting outside I find is a real panacea when I'm experiencing a lot of thinking. And another thing that often helps is to find anything that I can slow down and focus on. And if I'm in a position where I can give my full attention to cooking, then I find that, stopping and chopping an onion and some garlic and throwing it in the pan and making some pasta sauce or something like that is a great focusing activity for me. If I'm trying to simultaneously look after the kids, it can often go the other way, because if they're needing attention or something else is needing my attention, then it can lead to a lot more thinking, and that just kind of spirals me out of control and I get all scrunchy. But yeah, anything that's going to bring my focus gently down into one area. And sometimes, watching a really good feel-good movie can do that, or listening to a really great piece of music. And sometimes what I find I really need to do is just stop dead in my tracks. And perhaps when I'm trying to get all the kids ready for school, and I'm starting to get this kind of ticking clock in my head that goes, you're going to be late, you're going to be late, you're going to be late, tick tock, come on. And I hear that and immediately stop what I'm doing. And if the kids are feeling a bit kind of peely-welly, they fancy a cuddle, then maybe we'll just stop and have a cuddle. Or maybe I'll just stop and watch what they're doing because they're engrossed in their breakfast or their play. Or maybe I'll just sit and peacefully drink my tea. Even if it's only for a minute or two, taking that conscious decision to just stop and slow down is such a gift, because after that everything's more efficient. The kids can really sense the ticking clock in my head whenever it's going off, or when I'm getting, just generally scrunchy, as I put it before. And they tend to push against that. So when I stop, they tend to kind of flow in a nicer direction with me, because they can feel that my energy has changed. And they're very sensitive to that sort of thing. And what else? Oh, sleep can often be something which helps, because I'll sometimes be sat up late at night and just start feeling really grumpy for no apparent reason, and I'll realise that it's really because I need to go to bed. And I think most things look better in the morning after a bit of a rest. So there are a few things that work for me at different times, and it's not any one thing for any particular situation. Like going and doing a yoga class isn't a one-stop solution for any form of stress, because you can take that stress to your yoga mat just the same as you can take it into your meditation or any of that. What helps is to really notice what's going on, consciously slow down and think, what's going to work for me right now? So there is nothing to do, nothing specifically to do. You don't have to learn any new skills, you don't have to learn any new techniques. All you have to do is notice what's going to work for you in a given moment. Now, I've gone along quite enough, so I'll leave it there. Take care, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye. And I'm still here. Bye.